Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, is not actually the final Friday the 13th film, though it is the final one for almost a decade. This was released in 1993. It's directed by Adam Marcus, written by Dean Lorey and Jay Hughley, and we have a cast including Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees. And this one feels a little gimmicky. It feels like a desperate attempt to find another way to keep Jason alive. But I have to say, credit where it's due, they got quite creative because most of the Friday the 13th films, apart from the previous one, which was really good, felt very, very, very repetitive. This one's a little bit different, so credit where it's due. Jason is killed, and then the coroner eats his heart in a really gruesome scene. I have to say I loved it. It was quite something. And now Jason can possess living people. And that's how they've kept Jason alive. And he does. It feels gimmicky. It feels like a very desperate way to keep the character alive. Some of their attempts have been quite good, some not so much. This one gets points for being creative and a little different. And obviously Jason goes off on an attempted killing spree. And I guess it's fine. It's not a terrible story on its own. Let's say I'd never seen any of the other Friday the 13th films, and this was just a story about a serial killer who could possess other people, and that's how they came back to life. It's fine. It's okay. It works well enough. But I feel like it doesn't... in some ways it offers something different to the previous films, but it doesn't feel like it serves a purpose. I don't feel like we're learning more about the character. I don't feel like the killings are more extravagant. It just doesn't seem to offer anything fresh or too different or too exciting or that much scarier. I'd say it's a little gruesome, and I do like that aspect of it, but in general, it's just not that great. I feel like it's not a particularly strong film. Judging it on its own, it works well, but if you've followed the other Friday the 13th films, it just seems like they were running out of ideas, didn't have a solid story, didn't have a story that was worth telling, so they just came up with something that felt really weak and would have been a bit of a cash grab, because I imagine a lot of people would have went to see it. According to Wikipedia, I haven't fact-checked this, but according to Wikipedia, it had a budget of $3 million and a box office of $15.9 million. So it seems to have been, well, I was going to say well received. It at least took some money. So I guess that's not a bad thing. It does have 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb across 39,000 reviews and ratings and a very low Metascore of 17. I think that 17 is maybe a bit low. I think maybe 4.1 is a bit low as well. It's not terrible. It just seems pointless and desperate, like they were desperately trying to find a way to get more money out of the character without having a purpose or a need to tell a good story. So I guess it's fine. If you're a Friday the 13th fan, check it out. But if you're not that bothered about the films, then you're definitely not missing out on much if you choose to not watch this one. I'm keen to see what the next one is like. I've seen the one after that one, but I don't believe I've ever seen Jason X, and I'm curious. I genuinely, at this point, don't know what to expect. The previous film was very different. This film feels very different. I think they maybe at least learned that after however many films, they can't just keep doing the exact same story. But that being said, I don't think the changes are that interesting. The previous film, yeah, not too bad. This one seems a bit desperate, doesn't really work very well, but at the same time, I guess it's fine. If you're a Friday the 13th fan, give it a watch. You might enjoy it, but it's definitely not a great film.